A little bit, huh?
Yeah, guys, we got a big series this weekend. Everybody knows that, and it's after an emotional weekend and hard fought battles, and just good another quality team we played last. We jump started the guys a little bit. I thought our offense did fine today. We got and some of our pitchers did fine, and we just got to continue to keep grinding. And man, midweek, at this point of the season, you're trying to stay healthy. You're trying to win the game. And then it's move on, and that's what we did today.
Well, to that account there, I mean, you're trying to win the game. Is that one reason you put Matt in there at the very end?
No, I'll tell you what, him and Paul Farley were knocking on my door yesterday wanting to get back in the game. Okay. Just, sometimes when you guys know this, you covered this sport, sometimes when guys don't have the outing they want to get right back out there to get their confidence, know they can get it done, know they can do it. And that was Matt and Paul today. And I said, absolutely, we're going to need you. And, because I had a couple guys that weren't even an option today that, we need to have ready for Thursday behind Joey. And so, yeah, I mean, it was good that those two guys stepped up. We needed them today.
Kenny was locating his fastball today. Everything else he was struggling with, but he had the two infield hits that,
It's so close, guys. I mean, yeah, it's a little frustrating. You look at this game kind of crazy. I mean, I'm not going to get into it, but call overturned at first in the first. The call overturned at third. And that's multiple runs that didn't go our way that, can change some things and give you a little longer leash with Kenny. It's just, man, he's a little tough luck right now. But we got to keep running him back out there. His stuff's too good.
Trey's okay?
Oh, yeah, Trey's. Well, I mean, it's just you're right there, and it's like, okay, we got to get him out of here. I mean, let's go start treatment now just to, because he's going to be a little sore tomorrow. He got him right in the knee, but he'll be, I mean, I'll be 100% on Thursday. Well, it's good. We need you, buddy.
I'm about to say, speaking of which, I know we're not going to get to see before y'all head over to Fayetteville, but the fact you guys have had the success y'all have had these first two road trips, did you feel better as a skipper ever about going to another really crazy, nutty environment? I mean, is that?
Yeah, I think you just got to find a way to focus and at least the first 2 weeks, our guys focused pretty good on the road. We need to continue to do that. And, for whatever, sometimes I would see it when I was, coaching in the big leagues. Sometimes we'd go on the road and it just helped guys. They get away from everything that's, at home and they're able just to focus on baseball and get them to do it. And so some guys it helps. Hopefully it'll help Skin this week.
And I hate to ask you again about I know you pitch a lot of guys, they just try to kind of get them going. But is it getting to a point where you really need to start seeing results?
Yeah, we do. We need to start seeing some results from some guys. There's a couple guys I wanted to get in there today that didn't, that had some results at times. But yeah, I mean, it's that time. We're going to need those guys to step up and start pitching. We got 2 midweeks left, and they're obviously 2 really tough ones, and they're going to need to come out to our strikes and attack the zone.
You've mentioned it a couple of times, but with Kenny, how much of getting him back is just continuing to get him that experience?
I mean, you just got to keep playing him, right? I mean, as much as the game will let you play him. You wish you were in minor league baseball, and that's one of the beautiful things about minor league baseball is you could take a guy like Kenny and you just pitch him. And the score doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. You're just there trying to get him better. And obviously, we don't play those. We don't play like that. So every game matters. So we just got to find ways to pick spots to try to put him in the game and let him pitch.
And then just because we're not going to see you, what are your early impressions of Arkansas?
Yeah, I mean, I'm classic Arkansas, really pitch, and got some power in the middle, and got a couple guys who can really run. So, obviously I know Dave really well and worked for him and know what his style is. So it's a classic Arkansas team.
Got a two-parter that's unrelated. The first one, Trey's been hit by so many pitches this year. Hearing him say, I'm going to be 100% and want to get back out there. What does that kind of say to you about him as a leader and just his toughness?
Oh, I've told people something that's not talked enough about Trey is his toughness and his ability just to get in the box and compete. And, I think our guys draw off of it. I mean, it's like, one of your best players never moves and doesn't get, and stands on top of the plate and gets ready to hit because he knows that's where they're going to try to get him out. It says a lot.
And Ryan is, been in the lineup, he's hitting. It's really hot. For you as a coach trying to set a lineup, when you have a guy that hot, how hard is it to not put him out there?
Yeah, we've put Ron in some really good matchup situations where the matchup said it's the analogy I'll use with our players is if I was trying to guard Shaq, he'd dunk on me pretty easily. You know, sometimes we have a matchup that says, you know, it should be like that, and you should get off some good swings, and that's what we're seeing with, you know, Ryan has some matchups that are screaming, and we've been putting him in the game, and when he has, he's been dunking, so to speak.
We saw a lot of emotion on the mound during the pitch swap in the top of the second. Just what was going through your mind during that time?
Yeah, you know, you talking about from me or from the player?
Both.
Oh, okay. You know, for me, you're just trying to get guys to understand that, you know, this game's not that hard. I checked before the game. There's, you know, I joked, I learned something that the mound is the same length on the field as it is in the bullpen. That's pretty cool, right? Yeah, no, I'm just being sarcastic, but yeah, just trying to get guys to understand it's not that hard, and nobody's going to die if you throw a ball trying to compete.
Can you describe how important it was to get the batters hot again today after a tough weekend?
Yeah. No, I mean, you want them to get going again, and you know, I said it last week. Florida's starting pitching is the best in the league statistically, and I think, you know, the first two guys obviously showed, you know, why they're there in that, are leading that statistic, and yeah, I mean, guys, man, this league's really hard. I mean, the young man on Saturday was 96 to 98 with 3 other pitches and throwing them all for strikes. It's really hard to hit, man. They struggle with that in the big leagues. And so, yeah, I mean, you just got to keep grinding back out. It was big today to see the guys come back out.
Last one, Coach. Anyone?
Good.